Sunday, fun day. Sunday, fun day. I'm back. Straight. Know it's a little glare on this. Let me see if I can get mic'd up, see if y'all can hear me. Yeah, come on here. When y'all do come on here, let me know if y'all can hear me. Somebody hit something in the comments. Let me know if y'all can hear me or not. When y'all do come on here. Know we went in last night talking shit. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. OG Weasel Urban Conversion. What's up, y'all? Can y'all hear me? See somebody on here. Let me see. Somebody on here. What up? Yeah, buddy. Y'all, what y'all Sunday looking like? All over the world. It's still Sunday. I don't know what time it is. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? I'm good. Hey, can y'all hear me? Oh, y'all can? Okay. All right. I'm glad y'all can hear me. I love to see this screen light up. Love to see y'all tap into OG Weasel Urban Conversion. Now I'm on this motherfucking The Chronicles. Telling y'all stories. Real. I'm gonna be on some late night shit too with y'all. I know y'all be staying up late. Y'all just now tuning in. I don't think y'all can see my videos unless y'all subscribe to the channel. That's what I did. I'm put my shit on members only. That's how much I love y'all. Members only. If y'all ain't rocking with OG Weasel, y'all ain't finna hear nothing I'm talking about. Nothing. None of the stories. Uh, this shit is a movie, man. This shit is a real life movie. Live right now. I don't want to talk. Nobody calling me, talking about nothing. If you just now tuning in to my channel, right? done 20 years on 30 years. 20 fucking years.
Yeah, I did. I was just want to start calling my phone, man. Anyway, done 20 years on a 30-year federal prison sentence, right? I talked about a lot of shit last night. Just really been. And this one's for the men. This for the older men that had sons or maybe even daughters in the system, right? Whether they in the state or the feds, right? Us men that have done a lot of time in federal prison, when we went to prison, young age, getting out at an older age, leaving your young children, leaving the women to fend for the young children to get instill in them the male version of your absence. You know what I'm saying? And it's totally impossible for that to happen, right? And I'm telling y'all real life experience. Went to jail at 25. I had a 3-week old daughter. Went to jail when she was 3 weeks old. I had a son and a daughter that was probably four, four, 4 and 5, or four, four and 5, or something like that. Turning 5 or 6, something like that. So over the years, uh, my as I grew and started understanding and realizing certain things, understanding the systematic demise of black men, being in that system, being to myself, being able to realize my mistakes and shit that I made along the way. I had to take accountability for myself and look at myself and say, damn, man, I left my motherfucking son out here. And not to degrade the women or talk about the women like the women got it easy or nothing like that, right? Women are like designed to withstand certain things, even though they need their fathers too. But as black men, them boys need us, right? Them young boys that we left when we went to federal prison. I'm speaking for a lot of men that's in my situation right now, and I ain't never even talk about this shit. I've been dealing with this shit for a long time. Losing my fucking son, losing my son, losing my family in a disconnect fashion that I probably could never mend back ever again. Being that I've been in prison for 20 years of my son's life, my 2 daughters' lives, and the trauma that goes along with the absence of a father in federal prison, right? Now, mind you, the shit when I come home, when I come home, I want a relationship with my children so bad that I'm willing to do anything. I didn't never really have too much resistance from the daughters, but I got the resistance from my son. I lost my son going to federal prison for 20 years. I lost my son to the woes of the world, and it was a result of me leaving him going to federal prison. A lot of men face this shit, and it's so disturbing. It hurt my soul even right now at this point. My only son, me and him don't have a relationship. Me and him have a serious disconnect, and I have done everything in my power to rectify my decision making and my mistakes that I made in my lifetime, right? Because I've seen the horrors that possibly my son could walk down. And for me to alleviate that, man, so I would try to, even when I got home, I wanted to guide him and give him the wisdom that I attained along the journey of growing up in federal prison, getting educated, being more mindful and respectful of others, learning a lot of different qualities that I didn't have when I was out being, young. And it started, my discipline from the telephone worked for a little while. And the dysfunction in the absence in his life was me. He was outgoing, active in a lot of different things growing up, and my absence. I can't say what my absence did, but me not being there. You know what I'm saying? So I have to look at the situation for what it is. I don't know. He had started, from the phone, getting into it with his girlfriend, getting into it with his sister, and my man, as a man growing up, you gonna have an issue with a girl here and there, that and this, but that ain't the main focus of your existence as a man. Because I think men supposed to carry themselves accordingly. Yeah, when you're young, you probably do slap a girl and kick her in the ass or something like that every now and again. Because you're young, you really don't know. But when you come up from a respectable family, man, you ain't never really seen that, man. That shouldn't be adopted. And I never done that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I can kick a couple girls' ass in my lifetime. I kicked a couple girls' ass, and that's just being honest. When I was younger, ignorant, didn't know no better, and all of that. And as a result of me losing my son doing 20 years in federal prison, I would hope that the things that he had faced in life, he would be a little understanding and kind of have a little, like, if he went through any little thing, you know what I'm saying, running the street, he's doing exactly what we would call, I don't even like to use the mischievous young people doing right now. You know what I'm saying? They carrying the person with all the other paraphernalia that go along with the person, with the young men carrying the person. Uh, Times when I would call home, it would be a little disturbance in the household about him doing this and doing that, with the rah rah and all of this, and so I would get him on the phone and I'd be like, man, what's going on? Trying to give him the male version from my standpoint, from two different worlds. I'm in prison, he on the street, and he having issues and shit with mom and sisters and girlfriends and shit, and just lashing out to the point of, I'm like, bro, young men we ain't, women supposed to be happy when you come around, excited when you come around, with a little relief when you come around, not cringing and mad because you come around because you off balance mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't understand how most majority of the time I'm calling home having a disturbance with one of the girls. And you're supposed to be here helping the girls. So as I continued to reach out and like, bro, don't, son, don't do it like this, man. Stop doing this. He take it as if I'm not taking his side. And I have to be honest with him. Son, I can't take your side when you're talking about my women. The women that we're supposed to be working together collectively to take care of. And it saddens me that I'm not there to help you do it. So I would want you to walk in the path of righteousness, to do the right thing, to help your sister, to help your mom, and to be, more respectful. Not they angry and mad because you came around. So it got so out of control with you ain't taking my side, you just on one side of this and that. But I'm like, I'm a man, I'm the protector, I'm the provider of the household, but I'm held hostage in another situation. And I need you to stand in the gap just a little bit as a young man finding your way without your father, just through the guidance on the phone, with the hopes of my release. Because I'm in here sacrificing certain things as well to get home to you. A lot of shit I want to do in here. I want to say fuck the world and stab a motherfucker or stab somebody or, when the first issue, situation arrives, whether it got something to do with me, just because I want to lash out, especially if it's, I just, try to make mindful decisions when I make it. So it got to the point, y'all. It really got to the point that then he started talking crazy to me on the phone. And then that kind of disturbed me because I didn't understand it because I'm really like I'm stern with you, but I'm a man version of what you need, but I'm not there. So he rejected my advances to him as his father. Then it gets to the point, y'all. It gets so out of control with, now he's breaking free and all of this. Now I'm hearing certain things, what he ain't done, mad in the household, breaking shit, leaving out the house, and doing all type of young, crazy, out of control type stuff. And I'm like, and it's infuriating me because I'm in this situation and I can't do nothing about it. I can't protect the women that need to be protected. You know what I'm saying? Not that he's no direct threat to them, but it's just the temperament, the mindset that he has. And it got so bad, that he started threatening, I'm gonna pop your ass when I get home. When you get home, I'm gonna pop your ass, I'm gonna shoot you. And those things, I'm talking about, I left him at 4 and 5 years old. And as the years grew, he grew so much hatred to the point that you tell your father that you're gonna shoot him, gonna pop him and all of this, right? But you really saying this shit out of, I can't say what it's out of, because it has been scenarios that sons and shot fathers, fathers and shot sons. I actually went to school with a guy in high school. His son killed him. So when those type of words are being said, and I've been preserved in the situation, I feel like I can make it out of this situation on the physical level, being in federal prison. Like, I'm gonna make it back to the street, to society where real life exists. I'm gonna make it back to this, right? And when you make it back to this, and you lose your life, or you lose your life for a small situation, but it's like a warning. Like a warning, and you really don't take heed to it. So who would think the son would kill the father, or the father would kill the son? So those things started being said to me, right? And it infuriated me to the point of, you up in age and you understand what you're saying, because you at a certain age in your life that certain things shouldn't be said. I haven't wronged you, but left you. But for you to even state those things out your mouth, being my son, I have to be on guard with that situation because that shit was just like, damn. I being that I went to federal prison, made a mistake in my younger years and served my time and this and that. I left my family on the street, my children on the streets. I left them on the street. But do that want me to get out of prison to give you my guidance as your father, learning certain things, and to be threatened, talking about I'm gonna pop you on the shoot you and this and that. And mind you, I'm not letting nobody shoot me. Just let y'all know that. I'm not letting nobody shoot me, and I'm not taking that shit lightly. Because I ain't gonna say I'm shooting you. I ain't gonna say I'm shooting you. I ain't gonna put you on board to the point of I'm gonna shoot you. So him saying that is like, okay. Then I was able to see how the mentality of St. Louis, and I kind of did the evaluation. And being around a lot of young dudes that was from my area, that was in the Fed, the mentality they had, the mentorship that I gracefully fell in, and I was able to give my wisdom and my guidance to a lot of young men. And I love them, and they love me. With family dynamic, family issues, girlfriend issues, marital issues, just having a different outlook. And I needed it, they needed it, we gave it to each other. We did therapy on how to withstand the mindset of the people when we come home, because we are conditioned and trained and disciplined on certain things. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like the army for real, in a sense. But the army, they can go to the bar and shit after they get leave or whatever, and none of that. But it's still the same discipline. You gotta shit, eat, piss, and sleep when they say that's just how that is. You don't want, and don't nobody want that. And being that don't nobody want that shit, it's just like fuck it. You gonna do what you need to do to be on the other side. So hearing my son talking about how he gonna shoot me and kill me and all of that, a lot of my homeboys, my comrades, my brotherhood, it's like, man, listen, man, the streets got him. You know what I'm saying? That's just the only mindset that they have out there. You know, every situation, every confusing situation, hey, mentality is this. I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna grab a gun, I'm gonna pop you with anything. You don't even conversate into or open dialogue with whatever situation it is, but it's their first result, right? And I told y'all about how my motorcycle president was feeling like inferior to another group, and I called him on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I called him on that shit. Man, we ain't living in fear. We ain't doing that. You ain't grabbing just no motherfucking personal spirit and just create no scene to put that on me. Nah. So anyway, upon my release, getting out of federal prison, my son would put a lot of family shit, negative, derogatory shit on social media, and I told him, I'm like, bro, we're not gonna do it like that. We're not gonna do it like that. This and that. And I've warned him several times, and you know he's shooting that shit at me. You know what I'm saying? He's shooting. You know what I'm saying? He been defiant early on. Pull him in from St. Louis and moved to Houston. I sent for him from Houston, Texas. bring him down to St. Louis. I'm in the halfway house. He's so anxious and itchy and anxious and itchy. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. And he's young, so he really used to have moving around, people picking him up, and he, doing, and that shit slowed down. But for a new opening up a new chapter in life, man, it's gonna take a slower pace picking up. And I'm home now. I'm actually really home now. And I'm like, just knowing that I'm finna implement all the things I've seen in the federal system. Not all the things, some of the things. And it ain't all bad. Just seeing how different cultures work with each other and love on each other. I wanted to instill that with my family. But it have to be willing participants. You just, if one person have this mindset, this goal, and if nobody else feel the same way, it ain't gonna work. You have to be on one accord for this to work. I think it's much easier in being in confined situations. I think it's much easier. But they do this shit on the street. They do this shit on the street. See them working together right now. Go past the Mexican restaurant. They in there eating together. They in here wiping down together. They helping, and I guarantee you, they family. Just right along with the Arabs, the corner stores, the Alibaba stores, same thing. Get home. This so dysfunctional because he's been exposed to the mindset of negativity. So to say, negativity, he just caught up. You know what I'm saying? And it got so wild that he tell his father that he gonna shoot him. So quite naturally, out of my awareness, I'm like, damn, man. And I know that this is possible. Now it's like, damn, do I give him my wisdom or how do I reach out? Still came home reaching for him with my pocket, reaching for him with my time, reaching for him with my ideas. Everything I've done, he rejected it in some form or fashion if it wasn't fully beneficial that he can have something tangible at the end of it. He got something tangible, he with it. If it's something beneficial to him, yeah. No matter, yeah, fly him out to California, drove him out to California, spending money on him, taking him to the clubs, paying the DJs to play his music, getting him outfits, showing him how to fundamentally set his structure up on what he's doing, then giving him ideas of the stuff that you're doing, how to implement into the wheel of what I got going on. I've been home 6 years, y'all. 6 years. For 6 years, I reached for my son. Had to put my hands on him because of the disrespect, and after that, I knew that wasn't gonna never happen again. if he don't understand the dynamics of father and son, and it ain't about me being tougher or bigger than him or stronger than him, nothing like that. You know, if you don't want what I'm giving you, you know what I'm saying? You old enough. He's 32 years of age right now, today. He's 32 years of age right now. So dysfunctional. I bought a $4,000 Frenchie. Bought a $4,000 Frenchie. He stole my dog. You know, stole my dog, ran off, and all of that. But it's consequences to shit that you do. You know, no matter how I tried to help him. And this just being honest. He's 32 years of age, and I'm good right now. And I'm just being honest. I'm good with not having a relationship with a grown ass man that don't want prosperity in his life or don't want guidance. He don't want it from me as his father. He don't want it from my homeboys. He don't want it from my cousins. He don't want it from, you know, and the disrespect that he displayed is not nowhere near tolerable for me. And it's not tolerable for me at all. So, but it's not tolerable for me on no level. So I don't play with it. Sure. So it ain't been really, I'm just being honest, man. 6 years I've been home. He haven't been around me 3 weeks straight. He haven't been around me 3 weeks straight before he do some wild shit. And I'm telling him, man, get the fuck away from me. Uh, it's a plethora of shit that, you know, but he used the excuse of me being gone that he don't have to listen to me or he don't have to take orders or follow my lead on no level. You feel that way? I've been pouring into you for the 6 years I've been home. That's how you feel. That's where you stay. At 32 years of age, ain't nothing I can pour into him. I can love him from a distance. That's where that's at. You know. Just love him from a distance. That's it. Because I'm lost and wasted too much time. And people be saying, oh, he gonna come around. 32 years of age. He ain't coming around to nowhere. Because he already set in stone that he don't want no relationship with me. And that's fine. I'm going to leave that with what came with the Fed. Losing your family, you're going to lose your family. If you do an extensive amount of time, you can lose your family. You go to jail for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? I know a dude that just had a little case and stayed in the county, but it was a Fed case. He ain't had nothing. It was just some small shit, this and that. Probably did about 6 months or something like that. Lost his family behind, going to jail for just that small amount of time. So these are the things you're going to face when you go to jail. You lose your family, you know, so you be prepared for just that, you know. I chose to be loyal to the street and all of that come along with being in the street, getting fast money, riding nice cars, dressing nice, and being in the mix of shit. It just comes with it. So just be prepared. That's what's coming with it. You know. My son's so out of control, you know, and it's disturbing to the point that it's disturbing, man. lost my son to the feds. When I say I lost my son to the feds, going to jail, doing 20 years, I ain't gonna never have a relationship with him. Well, I don't see it at this point. Me and my daughters, we on board. We on board. They working, doing the right thing, taking care of their family. You know, I'm there if they need me, and that's what it's about. I'm there. When they need me, I got something to the side just in case they need me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And my scheduling, I could rewrite my scheduling if they need me physically in the present, you know. But I have goals. I have goals that I want to leave. Might be talking too much. I'm gonna tell you all this shit. I'm the type of person that got reprogrammed in federal prison. Like, now I understand insurance policy. I understand investing. I understand a lot of dynamics of building financial wealth. I have a concept of it. I have a desire for it. I'm working on something. Everybody want to buy some land and all of that. I'm gonna buy some land. I'm gonna buy some land. I'm gonna put all these stories, these books, and all of that shit. I'm gonna put these on platforms through my website. People, generations will be able to pick up on these stories, read my book, or me telling my story, even after I'm gone. And it's gonna get even deeper, y'all. This shit, I ain't even scratched the surface. I ain't even scratched the surface on no level yet. Period. Just a little bit, maybe. I'm just insinuating a lot of shit. Insurance policy. My children get some money. All of them get some money. But being reprogrammed in the system, like being reprogrammed, understand, especially in black people, family. I'm talking really about black people, family. Black people families are so similar in nature that we kind of go through the same hardship of bullshit because we're designed to treat each other a certain kind of way, to hate each other. That's just what that is. To pull each other down like crabs in a bucket. That's exactly what it is in certain aspects of being black. Not working together, not doing nothing together, man, it's disturbing. So I gotta do this shit alone. Once I get to a certain level of where I want to do with my insurance policy, I know what I want to do with my insurance policy, my book revenues, my YouTube revenue, everything that's gonna be generated even after I'm gone. I want to set this shit up to the point of when you go to my website is controlled by, I don't know, I gotta find out who will be in control. I hope one of my grandchildren will be able to walk into being able to control my website and not to be able to they won't be able to take no money out of this trust. They won't be able to move no money. That shit'll be blank. Only a motherfucking automatic company will be able to be in control of it. I want this land for my grandson, even my granddaughter. And if I get it done before my children get old enough and all of that, I want them to reap the benefits of it. Even if they go off and get married, this land won't be divided with no family, with no other spouses. Won't nobody be able to get no percentage off of it. my trust will be able to spit out a certain amount of money every so often for the upkeep of the land. That's it. And depending on how much land I do acquire, if some need to be leased out, I will have that in the contract that it will be leased out for the disperse of the lineage of my bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever portion they get that money. If portions of the land is leased. You know what I'm saying? So it will be a little bit give back. But I want to leave something that generations and generations and generations will be able to reap the benefits. And I really desire my son to help me on the footwork once I was able to be blessed to be back on his side. So he would be the strength, my youngest strength, with my direction and a little bit of his vision and our vision as a unit to put this into fruition. So that his grandkids, that his kids, my daughter kids, don't have to go to ask nobody for a job, asking for nothing. If we be about our business and acquire the certain things we need to acquire, but he ain't on board. And at this point, I don't see us ever being on board with the shit he just done recently. He come over, and I'm gonna just give y'all this list. He come over after I barred him away from me, right? This how dysfunctional my older sister them are, and even my niece them are. And this is my fight right now, right? This is my fight right now I'm having. In 2019, my mom passed. Year I came home, I think I might have came home 2018. My mom died the next year. You know what I'm saying? Because I was able to move around. I was still on federal paper. I was able to move around. Kind of undetected to the point of, you know, call my PO man, need to go chill, sit with my mom. Okay, get him the address, gotta go through all of that. So transportation, how you getting down there. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, when you're on federal paper, you can't go nowhere and get your name ran or get in no type of trouble. Your ass is dragged. So I come down here, sit with my mom, take care of my mom after she come from the hospital, all of that. My mom on her deathbed had told me straight out of her mouth, my mom. She said, Weasle, leave CJ alone. The boy ain't no good. He's gonna make you hurt him. This was my mom said about my son. I'm like, nah, mom, that's my son. Mom, that's my son. That's my son, mom. You know, you want to help your son. You want to help your son because you understand the destruction you put in his life for being absent. So you want to give it a chance. You want to pour it back into him and get his respect and get him back in right alignment with you. It might not never be where it needed to be, but it's supposed to went where it's supposed to go. With reasonable understanding. But I know one thing, there's been enough people around him that he know for a fact that he the one tripping, you know, because everybody who go around that's in our family that's associated with me in some form or fashion is on a positive note. and it's on the straight up and down 100. Your daddy, nigga, your daddy, you know, come through in the clutch or come through an aid and assist or come through with, you know, I'm always packing first. I ain't never been the selfish to myself ass, greedy ass nigga. Always been a loyal, thorough ass nigga. That's just been me my whole life. And I ain't pat myself on the back. That's just the design and makeup that I was given. That's, you know, I protected a lot of people. Oh man, you can't go. Go home, man. I'll let you, man. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker like, damn, man, I appreciate that nigga. Yeah, right. This ain't for you. And I try my best to keep people from going down the path that I was already living. You know, so there was some positive points in it because I still get those flowers to this day. That's why I'm able to speak to them. I'm able to speak to youth about myself. Um, so, um, so going through that shit, man. Being that my son being so defiant with me and all of that is disturbing, man. I really lost my son doing this motherfucking federal season. And I just feel like I just got out of jail just last year when the lady called me and said, Mr. Carmichael, the mom Carmichael, Mr. Carmichael, you do not have to report none of this no more. You know, it's like, I'm talking about drop a tier or two, because I'm talking about not just 20 years in jail, it was like 25 years, non-stop torment just last year. Then when I needed to do a reset, I come back to St. Louis to do the reset. Going into another story. Coming back to do the reset, like when my mom passed, right? And I do shit genuinely. I don't have no hidden agendas on certain shit. There's 6 of us in the family. All our names was on the house. Me just now getting out of federal prison, not living in St. Louis, giving myself a chance, I had to step outside the box and give myself a chance, you know, until I get my shit together for people on my back. I can't be associated or wanting to be associated with certain people being in my hometown. So I had to give myself a chance. So when the discussion of the home was in play, I told all my siblings in our presence, in our physical presence, I am not selling my portion of this house for no amount of motherfucking money in this world. I'm not. And I'm straight out of prison. I don't got shit. But I got my freedom. We talking about the same house, y'all, where all the police jumped out on me at, and I got caught with an empty box that allegedly had 2 keys of powder cocaine. We talking about in front of that house. We talking about the house when I was talking about 1, 2, 3, and 4 last night that these dudes slept in. That dudes from all parts of this motherfucking community came to get me to not only take me to my destruction, but to take me through the whirlwind of bullshit that I faced being loyal and dedicated to the street shit. So I say that to say, I tell my siblings, we keeping this house, and whoever keeping this house, I'm keeping this house, period. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. So my oldest sister, which is the matriarch of the foundation family, after my mom, she the oldest sibling, the oldest sister. Never had an issue with her in my life. Never had an issue in my life, y'all. Never disrespected her in my life, period. She next to mama. She next to mama. Got an older brother, and he a sneak this, and he gonna be cool with you, but he gonna backbite you, sneak this, and he gonna do all that. I got another brother. He kind of go with him. You know what I'm saying? He kind of go with him, the older brother, the next older brother, me. He go with him. Older brother, he want to tear the house down, whatever. This, and I'm like, man, he don't want to listen to none of that. He get the house. He don't even live in the city, in St. Louis, none. Live somewhere else. My other brother having. So my sister say, well, I buy everybody out their house. I buy everybody out their porch. I want to keep the house. So I'm with that. That's what I want. That's what I'm with. But I don't live in St. Louis. I don't live in St. Louis at all. But I love St. Louis. And this is my house. You know what I'm saying? So I tell all my siblings. I tell my sister, we're going to keep the house. We're going to keep the house in this tone I'm using. Can't give me no money for this house. But I will sign my 1/6 over to you in good faith that if I ever run into some issues and I need to come back, I would like to acquire the basement part of the house because that's where it all started for me. So I want to do a reset, set up me a podcast room to get more in depth with y'all. So okay, so when I call and tell them back on my way, do the reset, this and that, and this, I was really gonna just stay, look out, and just get out of here and probably go live with my daughter in Louisiana and just be around her and just spend some time with her. And because I don't have no physical time to acquire into a job or retirement. So the things that I do, the jobs that I work certain jobs, I work 6 months, 5 months, a year or two, whatever. However I work, and I use my money to pour into my urban conversion and my investment so that my time can be utilized in the manner that it needs to be utilized for my purpose. To give y'all these stories. I really write love stories. You know what I'm saying? I write movies, I write stories. So I'm telling y'all this. So I'm saying this. I tell my sister, I say, I'm gonna sign this 1/6 over to you in good faith. And but if I ever run into some issue, I would like to acquire the basement. Oh no, it ain't never no problem, never no problem. No issue. Never in my mind. Never in my mind that I would ever think that I would run into an issue about this family home that I came in and out of all my life. My existence is founded in this household, you know. And so as I got back here last year, around November time, on my journey of reset to do the reconstruction of the foundation of the house, to keep the house, to you know, to do the upkeep of the house and all of this shit, right? My niece staying in the home, my niece staying in the home, been there 4 or 5 since my mom passed. She came in the house and started living there and, maintaining the home. And that was my conversation with my older sister. Whoever, no matter which nieces or nephews live in the house, that the basement is always gonna be mine. That's part of my 1/6 agreement with you. With the majority owner of the house, she got majority owner of the house. Then me giving her my 1/6. Only another person got 1/6 of the house is my other brother. Not the oldest, but the next oldest brother. He got 1/6 of the house. And they having financial disputes. But that's them. My 1/6 was given in good faith that if I ever had an issue, me coming back to my family home, my home where I caught a 30-year federal sentence at, a home where I was born and raised at my whole life. Blood, sweat, and tears, lived in this home, spent more years than any sibling in this household spent. That's how long. I left from this house with a 30-year sentence, a 30-year federal prison sentence. The feds searched this house. You know what I'm saying? So this house holds a lot of value to it. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no amount of money. So now on my reset to pour back into this house that my mom and my father paid for and raised six kids out of. You know what I'm saying? It's sentimental, period. Well, I tell my sister, I say, whoever responsible enough to live in the house, to pay for the house, that's fine. I don't have no issue with that. I'd rather for our generation to be able to come into a house that's paid for, no mortgage on it. You got utilities. You know what I'm saying? And if that can help whoever that's living in the house, I would love for that. That's my feeling for my family. You know what I'm saying? That's my feeling. That's how I feel for my family. So as I come to do my reset, I have to stay here till I get the basement stuff. Stand here till I get the basement stuff reconstructed. But after a couple months of me being here, my sister started attacking me verbally with derogatory shit of do this and do that and this and that. And I'm like, what? Come to find out, my niece don't want me here. So when my niece come in the house one day and I say, let me talk to you one second. Can I talk to her? Like, she like, nobody tell me you moving back, coming back here, this and that and the third, right? And I'm like, hold up. I'm off federal papers. I'm off federal probation. I don't have to tell no motherfucker where I'm going and when I'm coming. No nothing. About nothing. About this house. No matter who live in here. So I'm like, you don't want me to live in my basement. Nobody. This basement not being utilized. Lawnmowers, all types of basement shit. I'm gonna show y'all the construction right now. I'm gonna show y'all the construction next time I'm down there. So when she say that, I look at her like, what? And I'm just being honest. I can't understand how you don't want me at my own motherfucking house. I don't understand. So I'm like, what? I just gotta be honest. This my motherfucking house. You riding the benefit of something my mom left me. I ain't put no financial gain to discontinue this situation. I left this situation in good faith. But with her not wanting me there, that's where the disconnect comes with me and my older sister. She started talking reckless and wild to me. Then I had to realize, like, you losing your mind or something? It's my motherfucking house. What is you talking about? It's a buffalo and you gonna do this, you gonna do that, you gonna do this, you gonna pay the taxes, you gonna do this. I have no problem with none of that. That's so crazy, man. Right now to this day, my basement is still under construction. Damn near a year later. Went to court, I told my sister, I said, I fought for my life for 20 years reading legal work, learning how to do motions, learning how to type, learning how to talk, legal talk, learning, because I had a 30-year sentence, I had to learn the language that these people understand for these people to hear me about my case. So I had to learn that. I took, I had a case in the court even when Obama gave me clemency. I had a case in the court even when Obama gave me clemency, still looking for relief on that version of it. 20 years later, on my way out the door, because case laws came down about prior conviction and that they couldn't use it to enhance you no more, to turn me into a career offender. Now that I'm finna go out the door, now you ain't no career offender. I still had paperwork in the court. No ifs, ands, buts about it. So my sister got so distraught with trying to buffalo and like, this ain't my house, and like they trying to run me out of here. So when that stuff started, I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. This is my house. Your daughter reaped the benefits from your labor that you bought other shares from my other siblings. But I gave you my share in good faith that I will always be in good standing for this household. Being that her daughter was disconnected with that idea of it, now her mama want to start attacking me. Or me and her mama do emotion. The shit gets so out of hand, say, okay, y'all trying to trick me back off the street. For real, because this house I'm not going to play about under no circumstance. Take her to court. And I don't want to do this. Now she got my nieces and nephews and little bitty her grandkids coming to the court. You know, she going to the courtroom using my past, thinking she could use my past history to spew out negativity to all these people like they listening to her. After I wrote the motion, straight to the point, wrote the little formal motion, had her served and all of that. She take me to court 2 times in between the time I got to go to court. 2 frivolous court rental agreement. How can I get a rental agreement, court summons, and this is my house? How you gonna turn it into you my landlord? Because you got majority owned. 1/6 is that's mine. Always gonna be mine. And now I filed a motion, right? She take me to court 2 times in between that, right? Both times we go to court. Her, she, the people read my motion. Oh no, this ain't the court for that. Oh, this gotta go to another court. Boom, go to another court. Oh no, they read my motion. She, they read my motion. Oh no, this gotta go to trial. Go to court again. She's spewing out all this crazy shit. Judge read my shit. All right, Mr. Cormack, you ain't gotta say nothing. Case dismissed. Boom. We going to big boy trial. In between that, now all of this is disturbing. Going to court, all of this stuff, court dates, keeping this shit is disturbing because this shit is raising my blood pressure, dealing with this court shit. I'm hyperventilating every time I go in the damn courtroom. I'm like, damn, man, I gotta go through this shit again. Damn, I gotta go through this shit again. Anxiety ridden. Just thinking these motherfuckers finna come out the back and throw the cuffs on me again, take my ass back. Man, that shit is just torture and torment, man. So after we gotta go to my court date, which is like 30 days later, she calmed down and sit down and start talking like she had some sense and being respectful because I'm not fighting for nothing that I don't deserve. I didn't even care about the paperwork, none of that. Yeah, I made a mistake by signing my 162, but when you do something in good faith and pure honesty, man, you don't really even have to worry about that because I'm gonna be victorious once now I gotta refile this motion again because she calmed down, reason why I don't want to go to court. And I'm looking at her like, Shirley, I don't want to do this shit with you about this motherfucking house. But you already know 1/6 of this mine gonna be forever mine. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm back, I'm willing to pay whatever portion I'm hurt. But I'm gonna get in this motherfucking basement and redo it, do my podcast room, and set my stage for however I wanna live. You know? And she calmed down. All right, Shirley, I don't want to go to court. We verbally agreed we ain't going to court. Do you know she snuck off and still went to court to win the judgment? I told her I don't care about that. Them people want another $170, which I'm finna go get them after I draft this motherfucking motion up again. I'm gonna pay them $800, get her served, and we back in the court building again. But this time it would be relentless because she had hindered me to the point of we can't reconcile this situation. Put my 1/6 back on the books. I'm partial owner, 1/6 of whatever portion of the taxes and whatever else I'm gonna pay. Like right now, I'm paying the water bill and the gas bill, and I'm not even there. My niece moved out, moved back, because life gonna show you what it really is when you being defiant, going against the natural order and shit, being dirty and low down. You know what I'm saying? Having bad spirits, having just bad shit with you. You know what I'm saying? As if I wronged you somewhere in our lifetime. Never wronged you in my lifetime. So for you to feel like that, that's how you feel. You got to take that up with God. But 1/6 of this home is mine. Period. Point blank. And I offered my sister $30,000 for the house. Oh, now the property value went up, this and that. Okay. That's all I'm going to offer. Because you ain't get the house appraised for nothing. But we're going to go back to court and we're going to let the judge decide. Which I hate that I have to let. White people I have to go to the court system and let these people dictate shit in an asset that I own. And I ain't letting my older sister or nobody else deter me from that situation. You know, my mom and dad worked hard as hell for that, and I want that as an asset for me, my benefit. Yeah, I paid $1,400, $1,500 a month straight out of federal prison, $1,200, $1,300 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment to do the things I needed to do to get to where I'm at now. Now that I'm financially free from that type of payment, I want to reproduce another part of my journey, and that's the upkeep of my family home. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna travel the world. Don't owe nobody nothing. I don't have to report to nobody, and I got a passport. And I work for my money. So me and her headed back to court. So I'm doing some little litigation and notes and shit right now. But anyway, going through this turbulence with my sister over family home, right? My son caused my niece to use her sewing machine for a logo pattern that he got to do to use this and that, right? So he used that to get back over here to the house. Even though we at a separation. But I ain't just gun ho to the mother, get away from me, this and that, that and this. Hey, don't have your company coming over here pulling up over here. Don't have them dudes pulling up over here. You know, I don't like your crowd. Your crowd shouldn't even know that you over here. Because my son ain't right on no level. So, and I hope he get his shit together behind that. But he used that to get over there, use the sewing machine a week or two, but he's plotting to come over here to steal my dog. He used the motherfucking disconnect that me and my sister got arguing and all of that. He jumped on their side. And I tell him, I say, man, you go against me from the help that I helped you with, not just out here, in there. I've been helping you my whole life. And all you feel is to go against me because you feel like this is the so he used that situation, you know what I'm saying, to go against me. So I tell him, when my sister leaves, you better be gone. When she leaves, you better be gone. Because she don't run me and you don't either. Since you want to, man, you can't even share the same space. And I was being cordial with you. And, go on ahead and get away from me. Yeah, so I'm on the side of the house, digging up the side of the house in the backyard and all of that. As he packing his shit, leaving, and I'm in the backyard leaving. He knows when I said what I said, I meant what I said. You already know what's behind that. When I tell you get out of here, you better be gone. So he packing up his shit. I ain't paying attention. He take your shit and get the fuck on. He take my dog. I'm looking for my dog after. I'm like, where my dog at? He posts my dog on Facebook. All right. He posts my dog on Facebook. Probably sold it. You know what I'm saying? $4,000 dog I paid for. You know what I'm saying? I don't owe you nothing. You stole my dog. You was playing, and then my niece gonna tell me they don't give a fuck about my dog being gone and all of that, right? This what type of shit they doing to get me to, lash out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. I'm gonna beat their ass another type of way. I'm gonna get them another type of way. It's paperwork. It's paperwork. For real. It's paperwork gonna get them. So that shit is that with that, man. So I'm wrestling with that shit. So I'm gonna be on here talking shit, telling y'all about the journey, the bullshit I'm going through with these motherfuckers out here. But I'm gonna stand 10 toes down and hold it down. Let's see what's up with some of the comments. I'm gonna be off into something else. Let me get my other glasses. Ain't nothing. What's up, y'all? What's up? I don't know. I don't know what the hell you talking about. UK, gay or not? Man, you tripping. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Do it clap, huh? What the fuck is y'all talking, man? I know things gonna get better, but I'm like, what up? What up, y'all? Official full space for peers, our hosts, they computer train, understand and support us. And I don't know what the hell they talking about. Well, this OG is urban conversion. I think I talked to y'all long enough. I'm gone. Peace.